What is Sati Mata? Oh, okay. Sati Mata is basically the previous incarnation of Ma Parvati, who actually failed to evolve. Like, because what actually happened is, like, in every incarnation, like, Shiva is waiting. So Sati is actually like Ma Parvati. Let's say, like, rather than using the Ma Parvati, we'll say the Shakti, okay, the feminine, divine feminine, was taking the form of woman, okay, feminine body, and then, like, she wants to unite with the Shiva, okay. But, like, what is actually happening is, because Shiva is already in a raw form, okay. He's like in a raw form, because without the feminine, like, he doesn't know how to handle it. So because of that reason, like, he's like Agora, or like he's a Digambara, and he's like a Vairava, all that kind of thing, like, you can think about it. So basically what actually happens is, every time the divine feminine comes, she is not evolved enough, okay, because, like, she is not the way of the logic. She does not know the ways of the masculine way of approaching things, step by process, okay. She is very, like, intuitive, and she is very dynamic. So it is said that, like, she comes, she incarnates, and then she fails every time, okay. She fails, and she leaves her body, and then, like, Shiva goes into the meditation. Shiva waits for her to take birth again and again. So eventually, like, in the 107th birth, she takes the birth of this Sati, and then, like, basically, like, she got married with the Shiva, and then, like, she was unable to control her emotions or something, okay. So she was the daughter of the Daksha Prajapati. So, and then, like, somehow, like, she actually dived into the fire, and then, like, she died, and then she left her body, and Shiva actually went to the tragedy. Shiva carried the body of the Sati and walked all over the Indian subcontinent, and wherever the body part of the Sati fell, that is where, like, Shiva actually consecrated the energy space, Devi energy space, as well as the the Vairava to guard that one also, okay. So the Vairava was created to safeguard that energy over there, okay. And you may not know that, like, the Sanskrit alphabets, they all are actually the Bija mantras, okay. From the Ka to the Gya, like, all these things are Bija mantras, and each Bija mantras are associated with each Shaktipeeths. And finally, like, in the 108th birth, like, she took the form of the Parvati, and this time, like, Shiva knew, like, it was not the fault of the of the Shakti, but it was the fault of the Shiva, okay. So the Shiva this time, like, ensured that like, he put like, Parvati into, like, Ma Parvati into so many tests, okay. And eventually, like, when she passed all the tests, and even Sadhguru says that, like, after passing the test, like, Parvati was in a certain kind of spiritual growth that even the Shiva couldn't ignore her presence, okay. And after that, like, Shiva, Lord Shiva actually, like, initiated her into 112 methods, and, like, all the other kind of tantric processes and everything, through which, like, she was able to invoke, like, different deities like Kali and Bhadrakali and Tara and Chinnamasta, all these kind of deities from her, okay. So these are different things.